Look at the skyline of San Francisco, or any modern global tech hub. These cities were rebuilt by unicorns, companies that scaled to massive cultural and financial footprints. Every year, thousands of startups try to build empires of their own. Most of those efforts burn to ash before they ever reach the market. The difference between the companies that build skylines and the ones that fail usually comes down to one room. And behind closed doors, venture capitalists rarely make their initial bet on a working product. They invest in the story. The pitch deck acts as the founder's proxy. It is the first impression, the first sales pitch, and often the only chance to speak before the door closes. The goal of this document is never to close the funding round on the spot. A first-pass deck exists strictly to earn a second meeting. The pitch deck functions as a psychological tool, designed to make the investor deeply feel the cost of a problem. In 2008, Brian Chesky was trying to secure seed funding for Airbnb. He was asking investors to back an idea that most of them considered physically unsafe, letting strangers sleep in your home. To neutralize that fear, Chesky built a 10-slide deck that reframed the concept. Instead of focusing on strangers, he focused on a universal human need: finding affordable, reliable alternatives to expensive hotels. He then preempted the biggest financial objection with a single line of text. The business model was a flat 10% commission on every transaction. That same year, Travis Kalanick was building the pitch for UberCab. He faced a different hurdle: disrupting a deeply entrenched, monopolistic market. Instead of leading with a product feature, the Uber deck opened by forcing investors to recall a visceral frustration they had all personally lived through: standing on a street corner, unable to hail a cab. Kalanick immediately anchored that daily frustration to a $4 billion US car service market, establishing a concrete financial floor for the business. This type of visionary framing creates emotional buy-in. When investors recognize the problem firsthand, they share the founder's perspective before skepticism has time to form. Reid Hoffman took a different approach for LinkedIn's 2004 Series B pitch. He used the psychological tactic of pitching by analogy. Hoffman knew the venture firm would have doubts about a professional networking site. He preemptively neutralized those doubts by listing their likely objections directly on his own slides, answering them before anyone in the room could ask. Today, the landscape for AI and fintech startups is much harsher. Capital is tighter, and the burden of proof has shifted entirely. Founders like Brian Armstrong have to prove distinct technological differentiation. Modern decks require hard unit economics and validated traction rather than relying on top-down market sizing. Investor confidence now begins only when a founder proves they understand the mathematical risks of the business better than the investor does. This graphic shows the specific screening criteria venture capitalists use for growth stage companies. An investor's primary job is not to find good ideas, but to aggressively screen out risk. These highlighted quotes from industry partners illustrate the divide. As a startup moves past the seed stage, investors require strict, metric-based proof that the management team can actually scale the company. To survive this level of scrutiny, founders rely on a 13-slide framework. It acts as an architectural blueprint for systematically eliminating doubt. The foundation, title, problem, solution, and product, establishes what the business does. Load-bearing pillars use traction and go-to-market data to validate claims with unit economics. Competition, team, and financials serve as defenses. Finally, the ask and vision cap the structural blueprint. This sequential order ensures that every anticipated objection is addressed at the exact moment it arises, preventing doubt from accumulating as the presentation progresses. There is a dark side to this narrative moat. When world-class storytelling intentionally outpaces financial reality, the structure fails. WeWork serves as a stark cautionary tale. Adam Neumann used visionary hype and beautifully designed pitch decks to mask a wildly unsustainable real estate model. Similarly, the pitches for FTX hid fatal red flags. Sam Bankman-Fried proved that poor governance and financial discipline will inevitably destroy an unbacked narrative. Storytelling alone cannot replace business fundamentals. A perfect pitch deck has never saved a weak company. The decks that actually secure capital at firms like Sequoia share strict non-negotiables: clear messaging, one idea per page, and undeniable evidence. The ultimate combination is a massive market opportunity paired with a founder who radiates authentic, metric-backed confidence. When those elements align, the outcome is the successful transition of a fragile private idea into a publicly traded powerhouse. A successful pitch deck acts as a ruthless decision-making tool, designed to make backing a moonshot feel mathematically and emotionally inevitable.